Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And you ain't.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man JUSDUE shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's JUSDUE. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the JUSDUE family. How y'all feeling today on this good Friday, this rainy Friday? We back to get boxing. It's JUSDUE, and this time we giving the champ. Yep, I'm saying the champ now, the newly crowned WBO champ, Brian Norman Jr. His JUSDUE again. You know, we're gonna catch up with the champ, see what he been up to. You know, kind of see what he got going on and what's coming up, what to look forward to, you know, coming off of his I think the biggest win of his career, which was a statement performance, I think a breakout kind of performance, and it couldn't have came at a better time for him. So, you know, I'm happy for the young champ, man. He only 23 years old in this game, already got 26 fights under his belt. 20 KOs. He making moves, man. He doing his thing, man. So we're going to try to have us a good build. As always, man, if y'all got some dope questions for me, man, don't hesitate. If I see it, man, I'll you know, try to ask them. You know, I came on a little early, a couple minutes just so you could get situated. Rude exposure, my guy. Miss Joette, peace to the queen. How you feeling? Mike Biggs, boxing, my bro. Ace, all love, family. Skills, my brother. What's good, Skills? How you feeling? Favorite G's, Ashley's corner. What it do, cuz up? Shout out to my guy, Favorite G's. Gertz, what's good with it, family? Excuse me. Alani Lee, what's going on, bro? Rodzilla in the building. What's good? Damn, it got you. Man, prayers to you, man. That stuff be tough, man. My son, my baby boy had caught it. He was months old, bro. So I know, man. That you know that joint ain't no joke at all. Mike Mazak, my bro, how you feeling? Salute to everybody in the building. How y'all feeling today, man? Y'all smash the like button for me, man. I'm just gonna give Champ a couple minutes because I did come on here early, so should be clicking the link soon, and we gonna get to it. We gonna have us a nice build as we always do. You know. How y'all feeling today, man? Is it raining where y'all at? Because it's a lot of rain where I'm at. It's been raining all week, y'all. Been raining all week. But that ain't gonna stop nothing. The grind still continues, and we gonna continue to build. You know, that's how we do it. And ATL for the LDBC meet. Shout out to them. Shout out to you, Cuzzo. Shout out to the LDBC. Man, hope y'all all out there enjoying yourself too, man. You know, that's B Norman neck of the woods, ATL. Yeah, no. ATL shouty, you know. It's 90 degrees over here. Gertz, you rubbing it in, bro. I see that you rubbing it in. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Rubbing it in is cool. It's cool. You know, everything by John. What it do, fam? How you feeling? Just get a chance a couple minutes. He should be popping in this any minute. And we're gonna get to it. We're gonna have us a good chop up as always, man. You know? There's a lot of times we only see the finished product on fight night, man. These guys, these fighters, they go through a lot just to perform on that one night for the people. And it's been no different with Brian Norman. I mean, you heard the stories from the sparring stories. You know what I mean? He's been in there with the who's, right? And now, you know, as of recently, you know, since signing on the Top Rank, people have had an opportunity to see him firsthand. And, you know, it's been mixed reviews and different things like that. But for me, like I said, I always rock with you, win, lose, or draw. And for him, fortunately for him, he ain't taking a loss. He been, you know, finding a way to get these wins, whether they good performances or rough performances. He been finding a way. And I think that's what's most important about it. You know what I'm saying? Him getting in there, continuing to, you know, find a way to win these fights. And with the pressure that had to be mounting, with the way the performances was going for him, it's a lot, man. So for him to stay composed, for him, his dad to remain composed and focused on the mission at hand and just keep working, for them to have these rough performances and keep finding ways to win. And then when you get put in there with your toughest performance, you shine like that. This is a reason why I called him a champ way before the belt. You get what I'm saying? I seen it. I seen it coming. Speaking of the champ, we're gonna get to it because he is in the building. What's good with it, champ? How you feel?
What's good with your boss, man? I'm feeling good. I can't complain, man.
That's what I like to hear. Hey, I gotta say it again because it hit a little different. Because the last time I had you on, it was about a little more than a year ago, and I called
Mm-hmm.
you a champ, and I told you why I call fighters champs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, like I said, man, it was in the cards for you, and you are now the newly crowned WBO champion, who I
Mm-hmm.
hear is going to be upgraded to the full WBO champion. So I know that you excited for that. And
Yeah, big time,
what's
big
life
time.
like, man? How's it been, man?
I mean, life been good. I can't, like I said, I can't complain. Just making sure.
Right,
You know, a lot of people get complacent when they hit the top of the mountain. So I'm trying to make sure that definitely don't happen.
right,
So I ain't even got that in me to get complacent. So I'm
right,
actually doing even more than before.
right. And y'all already know who this is, man. Y'all heard me talking. This is the champ, Brian Norman Jr., 26-0 now with 20 KOs. Last time I spoke to you, you was 22-0 with 19 KOs, I believe. So
Yeah.
a lot has kind of changed since then, man. You got a lot done in this little over a year since the last time I had an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
speak with you. And just stuff changed for you. I done added a baby dude to the collection, couple more gray hairs, you know. You
Yeah.
out here adding straps, you know, breakout performances, man. But before we get to that breakout performance, you know, the last time we seen you in the ring, you know, some things that took place before that, you know, some fights and things like that. And, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
signing on the Top Rank, am I right? And that
Yes,
was
sir.
what, 2023?
When
Was
I
it?
signed with Top Rank.
Yeah. What year?
Pretty
What
pretty
year?
much. It was like I'm gonna say December 2022. So pretty might as well say
Mm,
2023.
almost 23, right. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe you had about, what was it, about 5 fights since then, right? I think you had
Yeah,
about 5 fights. I'm trying to keep track. I think
yeah,
about
five
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 fights.
fights. Yeah, you're right.
Right,
You're right.
right. Well,
Yeah.
one of them being the no contest. So, you know, like I said, I'm trying to pick up where we left off. You wasn't with Top Rank, you know, the last time I spoke to you. How did that even, you know, how did that opportunity present itself to you?
So I got new management as well in that year,
Mm,
2022.
right.
So Fighters First Management, shout out to them, my boy AC and Jolene.
Mm,
I signed with Fighters First, and then they put me on with Top Rank. Top Rank was actually wanting me at the time, so
Right.
Top Rank fighters first connected the dots with Top Rank, and we got straight to work. We got straight to business. Like I said, we signed in December, first fight in January, so we wasn't wasting no time at all.
Right. And what is it about? Because a lot of people hear a lot of different stories. Everybody's experience with these different promotional companies is different, right? What is
hmm
it, how has your experience been with Top Rank? What was it about them that made them, a good fit for you?
So before signing,
Mhm.
you could see clear as day
Right.
of their resume. They had plenty of great fighters in the past, and they still have great
Mhm.
fighters still today. So
Right.
why would I not sign with such a great company as Top Rank? And
Right.
then, like you just said, that was just a year ago that we last spoke.
hmm
Now that I'm with Top Rank, I'm a whole champion just in 1 year. So once again, I love it over here. I can't complain at all. They treat me well.
Right. That's what I like to hear. And reason I ask that, because it's always better to hear it from
hmm
somebody that has personal experience rather than somebody from the outside, maybe from my seat speculating. So that's one of the things I like to hear from a fighter whenever they sign on to a
hmm
any promotional company is that they treat it well and their situation is moving right along. So with that being said, you know, with Top Rank comes, more opportunities is bigger stages, more eyes.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. What kind of pressure was that for you to, now because it's ESPN, bro. Everybody watch ESPN, that. So you
Yeah.
fighting on the stage that, a lot of people could get eyes on you. So what kind of pressure was that for you?
Yeah, so the benefits of Top Rank, like you said, is fighting on ESPN. It's not
hmm
pay per view. You could just anybody, people go to sleep watch ESPN, so you could just wake up and just see boxing, stuff like that. So that's the beauty of signing with Top Rank. Now the pressure of it in the beginning, it wasn't no bad pressure in it, but it was to me, I felt pressure to I always been kept in the dark my whole career, so I always felt pressure to do more than expected, try to do too much. I was trying to do too much pretty much.
hmm
So that's how it was at the beginning. And then after a while, with being consistent, they kept fighting me. After a while, I just started realizing, hold up, you are at your best when you are calm and cool and just being yourself. You're not trying to put on a character, you're not trying to put on an image, you're not trying to force anything. It's just like walking. You don't have to force yourself to take a step, you just do it.
Right.
You're
Right.
real comfortable. So now that I got to that point, so now it's literally no pressure at all. Believe it or not, I don't hear any fans when I step into the ring.
hmm
People say I always heard stories on how loud the arenas are,
Right.
and how you can't hear your corner necessarily speaking. But for me, I hear only two voices. I hear my daddy, then I hear my brother who also be in the corner,
Right.
and they don't even have to scream. They just be talking how we talking right now. AB
Right.
jab. Don't forget that right uppercut right now. Throw that right
Right.
hand. So I can hear them just by them talking just like that. So is being that dialed in and that focused into your fight. Being
Right.
that focused into the moment, that round in particular, that next punch.
Right.
So at this point, it's no more pressure at all.
So you feel like you done weathered them early storms already in
hmm
terms of pressure, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be hearing me speak often about this because your situation, like I said, is genuine. Like you done a lot in that year or so time span, and you got to this point, but it's a lot that you had to deal with, and that's why I highlighted, asked you about the pressure that you dealt with, maybe
hmm
going into this situation. So do you feel like a lot of the pressure was more solely on you putting it on yourself or the situation at hand? Like I said, because some people say, and the stage get bigger. So with that, comes more nerves, maybe you more pressure to want to perform in front of this crowd. Like, do you think the pressure was something you put on yourself or something that just kind of manifested naturally from the situation?
No, it really wasn't the people. It was really for myself. It's just growing up, seeing all these legends and stuff like that.
Right.
We see all their great moments and all the good things that they do, all the highlights. I'm gonna say the highlights that they put out. So I'm thinking my whole career is supposed to be a highlight. Every time y'all see me, it's supposed to be a wild moment, but
Mhm.
it can be a wild moment. Like I said, if you just let it happen naturally. I was trying to force things instead of just letting it happen. So we all know if you force anything in life, it's not
Mhm.
going to happen at all. I don't care
Right.
how hard you try to force it, it's just not going to happen. But You just stay calm and cool, trust the process, and stick to the game plan, stick to what you know. Not what you think, but what you know. I
Mm.
know for a fact if I do this, this will happen. I know for a fact if I do that, this will happen. So um that's where I am at now with it.
Right. So it's just more so
Mm-hmm.
like trial and error with you. You had to experience these things to be able to adjust
Mm-hmm.
to this newfound pressure, I would say, on this different stage. That is, like I said, fighting on ESPN because I don't know how big of a deal it is to you. I love to see people winning. I love to see people progressing. And I noticed,
Mm-hmm.
you went from obviously smaller shows to, like I said, that stage where them eyes is on you, everybody talking. And with these five
Mm-hmm.
fights that you had, each one is like the eyes were on you. So, what was your biggest adjustment, like as you were, managing these fights, going through these fights? Let me rephrase. What was the most difficult aspect about, starting this contract and fighting these guys because you just wasn't getting thrown in there with just anybody. You get what I'm saying? You had some scrappy, some durable guys that you had to get through. Undefeated guy in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was the toughest, part about getting through?
Um, the toughest obstacle for me really
Right,
was myself. Um, Regarding opponents, my daddy always preached, I don't care who you in the ring with, it's all about you. No matter
right,
what happens, I'm not fighting their fight. They're supposed to fight my fight. So why am I worried about my opponent anyway?
right,
So really it was just all about finding myself, like I said, getting more comfortable, getting more used to being in front of the people. And like I said, not trying to show out instead of just doing your thing, because what you do is a natural show out anyway. So
right,
I'm saying the real difficult part was just finding myself at first and just letting the game come to me. I came in 22. Yeah, I came in 22 years old, a young guy, young kid, still young right now, but 22 years old, young minded as well.
right.
So I was young minded, trying to, do this and that or whatever. So just relax and let the game come to you and watch what God do for you.
Right. I like that. I like that. And that's
Mm,
why I wanted to, hear your process through getting through these fights. Like I said, you got tested on the way to where you at now. You ain't just pop up, oh, he's the WBO champ. Nah, and
mhm,
we gonna get into that because I feel like I said, on that way, you were truly tested. One of the names that stood out to me right off the bat is Quentin Randall. You know, um,
mhm.
Oh, undefeated guy. Y'all both undefeated. Y'all got something to fight for. I always hear about, how smart this guy is, how high his IQ is. What was that like? What was that experience like getting in there with another guy that I don't know what you heard about him, but pretty solid damn fighter, smart guy, and you know, people were picking against you in that fight, and I think you proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah, so I would say he is a very smart fighter.
Mm,
But I am smart as well. Like I said, all I do is study boxing. Pretty much all those great fighters. That's pretty much all I do. So when I studied him, I seen some of the things that he was doing. That I believe he probably learned from them as well. But also with them, we got tape on how to break that down. So
mhm,
um, just because I'm young, don't mean I don't got the smarts. So I was able to think through it and stuff like that. So the fight was still a little ugly. I ain't gonna say a
mhm,
little. It was very ugly in my opinion.
right.
But you see, it was an easy win. Like I really didn't struggle anything like that. But that fight taught me the most. That fight is that fight and my fight in March was the two main fights that I needed in my career. The reason why was the backlash I got from it. So with the Quentin Randall fight, of course I won easy. I do agree the fight was real ugly, but the whole world turned on me instead of me being the prospect and everybody saying I can be that guy. I won a international belt, and
Mhm,
people were just saying,
I
he ain't
remember.
nothing and stuff like that. And he is a Olympic captain and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm,
And I 10 rounds, I 10 0'd him.
mhm,
But people still bash me for that. Cool. The fight after that, I'm pretty sure I got dropped. And this is the first time my whole life I ever got dropped, and it was on TV and stuff like that. So
mhm,
that was me being young. It embarrassed me. I ain't gonna lie, it embarrassed me. The reason why I got dropped, too cocky, came out. Once again, I was looking past him. So
mhm,
that fight, and that one in particular, it woke me back up. Said, okay,
right.
you aren't human. But what made you not human was all the work you put in, but not just the work, because we still did put in the work, but the focus
Mhm,
you put into it. You may
right.
put in the work, but did you put in the focus work as well?
Right.
So, as soon as I got back up, you seen I was even better. I was 10 times better than I was the first round. So I got back on my pivot. Sadly, we wasn't able to finish that fight. Like you said, no contest.
Mm-hmm.
But now going forward in my career, I can always think back and thank that moment, March 2nd, when I had got dropped for the first time my whole life.
Man, so take us through that. I mean, what was that like? You know, what I mean, the moment you hit the deck, what went through your mind? Because, like you said, it's the first time. I know I seen it on your face. I knew you was like, man, you know better than that. I know you kind of felt it.
Yeah.
I know you got on your own self for that. So take us through it.
hmm
When you get knocked down, what's going through your mind?
Yeah. So I was, like I said, I put in all the work, so I was in very great shape. So it was a flash knockdown, but it's how it happened. I was too
Right,
confident, and if you go look back at it, why was my left hand all the way down to my hip,
right,
and I was jabbing, coming all the way in from the hip back, from the hip up and back to the hip, not even trying to put it back up.
right.
So it was just me being stupid. So like I said, I was in shape. So when I got hit with the punch, I was up before I even hit the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a very surprising moment.
Mm-hmm.
When I got hit, like I said, I was up before I hit the ground. So I'm on the way to the ground. I said, dang, the ground get kind of close. Ain't that crazy? So the ground getting kind of
Right.
close. It did boom. I hit the ground. I'm looking up. And I just like the ref, the ref counting and everything like
Yeah.
that. I was just like, this man is real deal counting in my face. So like if you look at it, I just paused and that's everything that was going through my mind. And I look in the corner, he over there just looking at me. I said, dang, he just knocked me down. Okay, it's a crazy world. I
Right.
my daddy always said,
Right.
just take your time, don't rush to get back up. Everybody, it's a
Right.
pride thing. Get back up. No, I ain't hurt. I ain't hurt. No, forget all that. Just take your
Right.
time, get up. So I took
Right.
my time, I got up, slowly walked back to the corner, to the neutral corner.
Mm-hmm.
When the ref said come back and fight, it was probably like 5 seconds left on the bell.
Right.
So that really did do nothing. I was really good the whole time. It was just a flash knockdown.
Right.
Get back in the corner. My dad, he seen it in my face that I was already all right. So he was laughing
Oh,
because he was
I
really,
was about to ask, what was that
yeah,
conversation like in the corner, man, after getting knocked
yeah,
down?
yeah, he was laughing because he seen that I listened to him. He said he seen
Yeah.
how calm and cool I was. The fact that I took my time to get up. I didn't rush nothing. I slowly backed into the corner. I didn't let my ego or pride get the best of me. So he was
Right.
actually very proud of me in that moment because we all face adversity. How do you
Mm-hmm.
deal with it? And he
Right.
seen I dealt with it how I was supposed to. I took my time. I
Right.
stayed calm. I did what I was supposed to do. You feel me?
Right.
Like I said, do what you know, not what you think.
All
So
right.
he gave me the new game plan. I went back and I executed that game plan, but
Right.
I still wasn't able to get my get back because of the cut. So we had to stop it.
Right. 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 Yeah, man. I think that's the fight I called the Blood Bowl. I think I got the picture in the thumbnail, but when y'all both you had to cut by the
Yeah,
eye, was it? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that one turned bloody pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, so overall, what was your biggest takeaway from that fight? What was the biggest learning experience you can draw from that fight? Getting knocked down, having to get up, didn't get a chance to finish the fight, but nonetheless, you definitely tasted adversity for the first time.
The main thing I was taught was be confident, not cocky. So
Hmm.
I came in cocky. Like I said, I was looking past him. I had a feeling.
Right.
Well, I already knew after him I was going to fight Giovanni, no matter what. So,
Mm-hmm.
I was already looking past him. Giovanni number one. That's gonna be for a belt. So I'm already looking past him. Like, boy, you ain't nothing. I'm just gonna wash you out and then going to get my belt. So
Mm-hmm.
focus on the task at hand. Right now, you are my mission. I got to take you out. I got to terminate you. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's the main thing. Focus on one step at a time, not skipping steps, not looking at the next day, the next hour, the next minute. What about this next second? So that's the main thing. And also, I'm a Norman and I'm far from normal, but you're only far from normal if you focus and, like I said, put in the work and know what you're doing. Stay calm and cool. Stay comfortable. Do what you got to do.
And I hear you speaking and doing what you know, and I know a lot of what you get is probably more than likely from your dad. How important is that to have somebody that you really can trust, and when you in the toughest of situations, you can always rely on something that was implemented through training camp, from somebody like your dad. How important is that for a fighter in your situation as young as you are?
So it's the best thing ever. It's for two reasons. The first reason is the fact that he is simply my daddy. Can't
Right.
nobody touch you like your own father. That could push you and
Right.
get that extra out of you, like your
Right.
father. You get what I'm saying? So that off rip is the best thing possible. And then you got the other end of he used to be a fighter as well, but
Right.
he was a B-side fighter. So he know about the bad end of boxing. And
Mm,
he had vertigo, so he had balance issues as well. So he know
mm,
how to deal. He been through every situation you could think of in boxing, so he know how to deal with every situation. He can
dope.
inform me on how to deal with it just in case it does happen. And I put my trust in him,
Mm-hmm.
um, from his experiences to say, okay, if this does happen, I do this. And like I said, when I got dropped, whatever he told me to do, I did exactly that. And he was the most
Right.
proudest man in the world. I got back up and I was doing my thing.
Right. Right, man. Damn, that's for sure. Cause I believe I forget which one of those fights you could really hear him in the corner, and it's all love, but hearing him, he want the best for you. He really
Hmm.
gonna coach you up, and like I said, you being on this bigger stage, more lights. You're not having the performances I know you capable of having, and the ones that you've trained to have, right? So you
Hmm.
definitely went through some tough moments, but the way you got through them, I think speaks volumes. But before we get to what I believe is the best performance of your career at the best time of your career, before we get there, you did have to fight. I think what was the name, Boca Chica or something like that.
Yeah,
the,
yeah, that's
the
that's
guy
that's
you
the
cut
March 2nd fight I
right
was talking about.
before. Did you know you was fighting Giovanni already, or did you anticipate you was fighting him already?
No, so like I said, that was the fight when I got dropped and all that kind of stuff, the March 2nd
Hmm.
fight I was talking about.
Right.
So I got caught with an elbow and got cut, like you just said.
Mm.
And it was embarrassing. Like I said, it was my first time in my whole life getting dropped and stuff like that. So I was
Right.
already back at the gym with the cut still on my head and everything working. Cause we was actually trying to set up a rematch for that one. So that was gonna be
Oh, really?
that June 8th card when Xander Zayas and
Hmm.
Shushu fought. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
gonna be on that fight.
Right.
But so I was already in the gym back training again. And then we
Wow.
got the call. We got the call about Giovanni. So of course I want my get back. I still want to steal to this day. But
Hmm. Hmm.
you got a belt right here. Ain't this the
Right.
big goal? So for this quick second, put your pride to the side and go after the real goal. Go after the real
Mm,
what you wanted in life. Since
mm,
you're 7 years old, go and get your belt, man. It's right there.
mm. Man, that's a hell of a mentality to have, man. Putting pride, especially at a young age, you 23, putting pride and ego to the side for the better opportunity. I think it shows just how smart you was too. And it turned out
Hmm.
it seemed like you bet on yourself, and it worked out for you. But again, right before we get to this breakout performance, there was that one. For me, as a fight fan, I start hearing the rumblings about Top Rank and the performances not being the best, and start hearing a little conversation about them talking about splitting ways. And this is where I think, like in my mind, like you really showed out. You really showed what you were capable of at the best time of your career. So for me, I'm hearing these rumblings and parting ways, and like you said, you had a rough performance. You didn't even take a loss, and it's like people
Hmm.
turned on you. You even kind of felt it. You aware of what's going on. So you hear these different rumblings. You have another rough out and didn't look your best. Didn't even get to get your get back, and here you are with the biggest opportunity, but with this pressure to perform, because of the rumblings that's going on in the performances. And I know you just wanting to do your absolute best. What was that like? Because I could only imagine that pressure had to be a lot different than any other fight, knowing that this was the one. This is all or nothing. All the eyes are on you. You fighting a guy with more experience than you. He's 32-0, 17 KOs, best opponent by far. He coming off what, a 6-round knockout over Alexis Rocha. I mean, talk to us. I know that had to be, some pressure in and of itself to perform that night.
Yeah, it was I guess you could say it was pressure. Not really pressure. It was pressure from people trying to put on pressure. I'm gonna say that. People trying to put on pressure of everything you just said.
Right.
But to me, it was like, okay, I know what I did wrong in the Boca Chica fight. I know what I did wrong in the Quentin Rondo fight. And that those things, like I said, those two fights was the biggest learning lessons for me. So actually in the Boca Chica fight, that's when I was finna have my ankle. I was about to have my breakout performance, but it got stopped.
Mhm.
Like if you go rewatch that fight, After that first round, you can see a whole different person. You can
For
see
sure.
it was about to be one of those moments. The crowd started booing because it got stopped. So that was
Mm-hmm.
gonna be my breakout fight, but I wasn't able to get it. So
Mm-hmm.
regarding Top Rank, think about split with me. I didn't hear anything about that, but I wouldn't be mad if they was based on my past performances. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Quentin Runner fight that was boring. Of course, I did my thing with him, but let's be real, it was boring. Boca Chica, I was about to have it, but it got stopped, and I got knocked down in that fight. So why would you keep wanting to mess with this guy? You know, he not really doing anything spectacular. So we're gonna feed him to our number one guy and make our number one guy that dude. So I
Mm-hmm.
seen what the situation was, and I accepted that. I said, okay, this is what y'all think is finna happen, but let me tell you what I know is finna happen. I'm finna go and stop y'all
Mm-hmm.
boy because I don't respect these judges. I know for a fact they're gonna
Talk
try
to
to
him.
rob me or anything like that. So
Right.
what I'm finna do, I'm finna go in here, knock this boy block off, and get my
Mm-hmm.
belt and change the whole game up. So that was my whole mission to come into that fight. Like if you seen it, if you seen it in my eyes, I was on the mission. You could
Mm-hmm.
not stop me, no matter who you were. That night, you was not finna stop me. And that's the same thing going forward. Now, I have a permanent chip on my shoulder. I had one in the past. It's still there. Of me always being in the shadows. People not really there showing me love like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's pushed to the highest extent because I see no matter how much success I get, it's still gonna be the same. Even after Giovanni, it's still the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I got the belt and everything like that. And I still see people saying, no, he ain't even like that for real. Don't
Mm-hmm.
forget, Giovanni just beat Alexis Rocha, who was supposed to be that dude as well. So you got
Mm-hmm.
Alexis Rocha getting beat by somebody else, not just beat, but straight dog walked by somebody
Mm-hmm.
else. So now he is the bigger dog. And then
Right.
guess what? I'm coming straight dog walk him. So now I'm the bigger dog than him.
Right.
So, but no, we ain't gonna look at it like that. We're gonna look at it as no, he just got lucky. It was just an off night for Geo. Woot woot
Mm-hmm.
wop wop. But I love it though. So now
Mm-hmm.
y'all think my next fight gonna be a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, you thought my last fight was a fluke, and I just got lucky that night. So that my next fight, I'm just finna
Mm-hmm.
lose and stuff like that. Another bad performance.
Right.
So I need those. I need to be the underdog. I love being looked at badly. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Right.
just it feeds me. I feed off of that.
Right.
I love proving people wrong. I love shutting people up, and they come back and see your face and shake your hand and say, "I told you."
Right.
That's what I love to do.
Right. And we love to see you do it, man. I enjoy. For me, I personally enjoy seeing the joy on Pop's face when you got the knockout.
Yeah.
The way he went crazy, I said he had me in here going crazy with him. I said, man, you gotta love it, man. That's just all the hard work that y'all put in as a team, man. And like I said, with people counting you out, and you know, just the different rumblings, and like you said, you having performances that you know ain't up to your best standard, for you to come out and perform that way in that moment under the lights like that, the biggest stage, the best opponent, man, I think that speaks volumes, man. Anybody saying you not like that, just not watching. They clearly not
Mhm.
watching. And you know, real quick, for me, I feel like that was the biggest adjustment for you. That's why as a fight fan, I always tell you, win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna rock with you. I seen you having bad performances. I remember being put on the spot and somebody asked me, yo, who you got winning? You know, Gio or B Norman. I
Mhm.
told him I thought, and it's on record, this was gonna be a breakout performance for you. And you
Mhm.
made me out to be a truth teller that day, man. So
Yeah.
congrats to you, man. I think you
Appreciate
earned
that.
it. And I think sky's the limit from here, man. So, you know, now that you beat Gio, you got Gio out the way, you stopped him in spectacular fashion. Is there, you know, if it's up to you, is there any specific direction you want to go? Is there anybody that you got your eye on that you like, you know what, I want to fight him?
It's not a specific person. It's a specific thing. Another belt. So
Mhm.
that's all I'm after for real. For real. I just ready to
Mhm.
become undisputed at 147. I don't care that I'm 23 years old and I'm still young. I know y'all think I'm the weak link. I appreciate that. I'm the
Mhm.
young guy. I'm the stupid guy. I'm the lucky guy. So
Mhm.
come and get the belt then. That's how I look at it.
Yes, sir. I love that energy. I love it. I love it. They're gonna have to prove it, man. So you know, I have to ask after, you know, just highlighting, you know, your journey through Top Rank, you know, getting your biggest, you know, struggling through some performances, still finding a way to get through it, which is always most important. Learning from each one, getting better each time out. And like I said, you shined this last one. Overall, as an overall, like what do you think the biggest challenge for you has been, you know, since transitioning from you know, where you were to this platform now? Like I said, every ESPN is in everybody's house. What was the biggest obstacle or challenge for you overall?
You already asked that question.
Right,
Me getting comfortable part. That's all.
right. Just getting comfortable.
Yeah,
Right,
like I
so
said, just not trying to put on for the fans. Instead, just being myself.
right, right.
Hmm.
So unifications is in line. You looking to unify now. Like I said, so now we can get into some other stuff. I think we highlighted, you know, where you currently at. I think you brought us all up to speed where you at, your journey through
Hmm.
Top Rank, where you currently sitting. You looking to unify now. Like I said, it's no specific body, but you looking to snatch up titles. So with that being said, you know, been hearing little rumblings, and again, you don't have to give anything away. You know, I just want your thoughts on it. You know, there's been a certain somebody speaking your name, and a certain opponent that's been coming up attached to your name, and Teofimo Lopez. What's
Hmm.
your thoughts on him? Were you able to catch his last fight?
I wasn't able to catch it. My daddy did, but let me
Mm.
just say this off rip.
Mm-hmm.
People, I've been on Twitter as well, so I see everything everybody's saying.
Mm-hmm.
We have never been in negotiations. Top Rank just mentioned it, and
Right.
then of course I'm pretty sure you've seen that as well. They said,
Mm-hmm.
"Would I take the fight?" I said, "Of course
Right.
I'm gonna take that fight." I still say that
Right.
right now. Of course I would take that
Right.
fight. Now negotiation wise, I don't remember ever talking to his team, or at least my team talking to them at
Mm.
all. So if that fight was to happen, it'll probably be next year. But even
Good.
still to this day, I'm definitely down to fight Tia. I respect him as a man first, simply because when everybody was scared of Lomachenko, he fought him. He
Mm-hmm.
moved up to fight Josh Taylor. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Which was the man of the division. Everybody was against him, but yet he fought him and he won very easily in that fashion. So
Right.
come up to 47 and try it one more time, because now I got the
Mm-hmm.
same mindset as you. Everybody against me as well.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I had to ask, you know, because you know, all of us in here, we keep up. We hear every day building on this boxing, and we just been hearing that as a potential next opponent. Like you said, nothing, no negotiations. It didn't go that far. I didn't hear that, but I'm hearing, you know, it's a real option, and I think me and everybody in the chat, the family, would love to see the fight. I think it's a damn good matchup. And you know, more recently, we was speaking about, like I told you, I was chopping it up about you yesterday, and we was talking about this matchup, and played a little clip of Tio. I guess, you know, boxing fans, we jump the gun a lot of times. People already accusing him of
Mhm.
ducking, and y'all ain't even got that far yet. But what he did say that was important was he's willing to fight, which I like
Mhm.
to hear, because he and but I wanted, with your thoughts, the way he phrased it is a little interesting. He said, "Yeah, you know, people say I'm ducking Brian Norman. I'm not ducking him. I'll fight him to stay busy on the way to fighting Terrence Crawford. They think stay busy." I said, "Oh, stay busy.
Yeah.
Please come up to 47 and stay busy, man." What's your thoughts? I mean, without giving nothing away, how does the fight play out with you and T.O., man?
That ain't nothing but business talk trying to hype up the fight. So Um, like I said, I know for a fact Tio ain't no punk at all, so he'll definitely fight me. I know that for a fact. So I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, it's gonna happen next year, and I'm gonna do my thing. No matter what I gotta do, I'm gonna win. That's all I know. People ask me how it's gonna beat Giovanni, and what
Right,
do I see in that fight? I see me at the end with my hands raised. It's gonna be the same thing with Tio. I see me at the end with my hands raised.
right, right. I feel that, and we can't. I'm hoping that that's something that you get. But like I said, you don't have a specific opponent in mind. You just want to chase these other titles, and I think that that's something that should happen. It's something that you should be able to pursue. 147 is wide open. Is wide open
Mhm.
right now. It's for the taking. I mean, if I know you study the game, you watch a lot of boxing. I watch other interviews. You watch a lot of boxing, and I know you
Mhm.
stay up to date with the current division. You know, who do you feel like are some of the, outside of yourself? Who are the top three guys you feel like at welterweight?
I mean, it's only three other guys that got a belt, so I gotta say them.
Mm. And you want any one of them in any specific order?
Yes,
Man,
sir.
got to see it.
Well, hold up. I know for a
Talk to
fact.
me.
I know for a fact. Everybody say me and Boots is the best fight. So the way I think about it is, why not make that fight go for undisputed? And I think that would be
Mm,
a very great undisputed fight.
mm,
So
mm,
we both can grab a belt from Barrios and Stanionis.
mm,
But I know
mm,
they people try to say everybody's afraid to fight Boots. So if that's the case, I fight both of those guys, win both of
mm,
those belts. I'm very confident in myself. I can do that even at a young age. and then
Mhm.
go for undisputed. Me and Boots got the same mindset. We both got the same attitude.
Right.
So I know for a fact it's gonna be one of those legendary fights.
Man, talk to him. See, you kind of beat me. You kind of beat me to the punch. I was going to ask you.
I don't know how the fans work.
Everybody got their fight. So I guess in many ways you just kind of told me that. I don't want to ask you to say thing over and over, but you feel like Boots probably be your fight, the biggest fight for you
Hmm.
there. You think that'll end up being you and Boots at the end?
It'll definitely be me and Boots at the end. He can make 147 comfortably. I can make it comfortably. We both still young, so it's without a doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
At 47.
right, right. And we gonna support you the whole way, man. So where do you what is your overall what's your plans for 2024? Like how many times, we almost ending the year, but do you plan on trying to get back in there before the year is out?
I definitely want to get back in by the end of the year. Hopefully around October or November we can get one in. I like being consistent, so shoot, right after that, get back in January, February. I'm cool.
Right. That's how I would love to see it, man. I love to see it, man. While y'all still there, it's only a matter of time before those rumblings become real conversations. And like I said, with you showing the ability to, grow through your
Mhm.
mistakes. I'm sitting here asking you the questions. You let me know that you learn, you understood what mistakes you made, how to fix them. And it all showed, like I said, in your biggest moment. And you shine when you needed to. And now you're able to call yourself a champ for real. Like I said, we can't wait to see what's next for you, man. And I hope to see you in the ring sooner than later, man. I truly do.
Hopefully I can get back in soon. The more you get out there and pretty much practice, the more you do something, the better you get at it. I didn't know what I needed to know until I fought Quentin Randall. I didn't know what I needed to know until I fought Boca Chica. Actually, I learned a lot from even fighting Giovanni. So as time, the more fights I get, the more that I'm learning. So I would like to fight every 2 months if possible. I'm so serious.
Oh man,
But
damn,
if
yeah,
I don't
you
get
old
cut
school
up or
with it,
anything like that, just
right?
keep it running, keep the ball going.
Right. They say if you don't use it, you lose it,
You
man.
lose
And
it. Mm.
right. And I know that's been an issue in boxing overall for fighters, especially younger fighters staying active. And it seems like since your transition, like I said, with Top Rank, seemed like you've been active. Like I said, it's only been a little over a year since the last time I got to speak.
Mhm.
And you put a number of different fights in. People got opportunities to see you. We got opportunities to see you struggle. You got an opportunity to see who rocking with you, what they saying. And like I said,
Mhm.
we don't throw fighters away over here. We build the sport up. We support y'all win, lose, or draw. You showed the ability to constantly grow, like I said, and it's just only gonna get better for you, man. I, with no specific opponent in mind, I just hope that means that leaves an opportunity for Tiafimo to do exactly what he said, come up to
Mhm.
147 and go ahead and get in there with a B Norman. Like that's the only fight I can see right now at the top for you, or just hearing it. Like that's something that are really like people been asking about. He been doing a lot of talking. Him saying he's willing to do it is a good sign. Hopefully he's staying on business and he could deliver that because I already know you ain't turning it down. So
Mm-mm.
hopefully we get to see that sooner than later, man.
Yeah, hopefully it can get done. Like I said, I know for a fact he will make that fight happen. If same thing with him. If the opportunity was put on the table for him, I know for a fact he'll make it happen. Of course, he want things a certain way, and I'd be cool with that as well.
Right.
Um, like I think they said California, LA, or whatever. I can go back over there and do have another fight in California.
Mm. Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
He mentioned. I know he mentioned a couple different locations or something. Mentioned wanting to fight you at, I think, in a specific location or something to that effect. So I don't give a damn where it's at. I'm gonna be tuning
Mhm.
in. I want to see it. Um, so yeah, you obviously your biggest goal, like I said, is you want to try to chase undisputed. And I know not to
Mhm.
look too far ahead. How
Real quick,
far do you
real quick. I'm not trying to do nothing. It's a guarantee. I'm only doing.
was
But go ahead.
that?
You said I'm trying to go undisputed.
Talk
I
your
ain't trying
talk.
to do
That's why we're
nothing.
here. Talk to
I'm the assassin. I signed that contract. Now I must get
him.
it done. Mm-mm.
Talk to him, man. Talk to him. What I see somebody throwing Connor Ben. What's your thoughts on Connor Ben? I don't think he's at 47 no more though, y'all. I think he had.
Now he is at 47. I think
Is he still there?
his last fight, what's that dude name?
Um,
Um,
Dobson.
yeah, Peter
Nah,
Dobson.
Dobson.
That dude, they fought each other. I think that was at 47. or
I thought they had some type of catchweight situation. I could go check it,
I
but
feel
yeah,
like too. I think it's at 49. I don't know why,
something
but I feel
something
like it was
weird.
at
They had a
49.
catchweight. I thought something. Yeah.
But if it's at 49, that means he's still trying to make 47. So
Mm.
that fight is still possible. But the only thing is,
Mhm.
I want to fight in the UK. I'm so serious. I
Oh,
know they
you
got him
want that
banned over
smoke in
there.
the UK?
Yeah, I know they got him banned over there. I don't know how
Hmm.
long the ban is or
Right.
if it's a
Right.
permanent ban. If it's permanent, all
Right.
right, we could fight over here somewhere.
Right.
Or we ain't got to be in the US. It could be anywhere. But
Hmm.
I really want to fight him in the UK. But at the
Okay.
same time, why would I be chasing him? I'm the champion. So I'm not
No,
looking
keep
for
being
kind of
great.
being.
Keep being
Yeah.
great. But I don't think you would be chasing them. You just letting it be known you with all the smoke, and that's how we love to hear it, man. So
Hmm.
it's funny that you just said that. What is it about the UK? That makes you want to experience go over there to fight. Because
I want
most
to be.
people would say, I don't want to travel to fight. I want to stay where I'm at and fight.
I feel like that's being soft. I like
Talk to
going to people.
them.
I like going to people's hometown to beat them right there on their front porch. You get what I'm saying? I like.
Right,
Also, I just like being global anyway. I want to fight in Africa one day,
right,
Australia
right,
one day. I want to fight literally
right,
everywhere. So that's
right.
really my Panama. So one of my favorite fighters is Roberto Duran. So actually, I want to fight
Okay,
in Panama simply for the
okay.
love of Duran.
For sure. That's dope. That's dope.
Hmm.
That's definitely dope, man. And like I said, most people just don't have that mentality. And for reasons, right? They'll feel like they ain't gonna get a fair shake. And again, I hear with your mentality, you're not thinking that way because you betting on self and you know what you're going over there to do. And
Yeah,
like
I'm
I
not.
said, that mentality,
Yeah, one of my favorite fighters is Marvin Hagler. He said he learned early on in his career as well. Don't trust those judges. And as you see, now his whole thing is war. So
right,
now
right.
I got the same mindset. Giovanni, he woke that up regarding everything being on his side. I'm in his city. I just got
Mhm,
dropped. The whole world against me and stuff like that. So I'm not betting on the judges in any of my fights. I still feel like the whole world against me. I don't care how far I get in boxing. I know for a fact everybody waiting on me to lose. Devin Haney,
mhm,
David Haney, that boy doing nothing but good and everything. He doing all he can do to win. But yet again, everybody waiting on him to lose. He finally lost, and the whole world clowning him. He ain't never did
mhm,
nothing to nobody besides work
mhm,
hard and do his thing. So
mhm,
once I seen that how the world treated Devin Haney, that woke me all the way up. These people do not care about you. You get what I'm saying? Get your money, get your wins, get your belt, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, and keep on doing
mhm,
your thing.
mhm.
Cause guess what?
Yeah,
Guess what? When you retire, who care about you now? Okay, we all love Muhammad Ali.
for
But
sure.
before I just said his name, who was out here thinking about Muhammad Ali?
Mhm.
Before I
Right.
just said his name, y'all wasn't thinking about Muhammad Ali.
Mhm.
You don't think people don't think about you unless you're relevant. So
Mhm.
people don't
Right.
care about you for real. Make sure you and your people
Right.
straight. Make sure you're doing your thing. Are you happy? Is your family happy? Are your folks happy? Cool. Do your
Mhm.
thing, cuz. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Look at Don hand. Shout out to my guy B Norman for president. Now I feel that. I mean, it's definitely great to have a awareness of the fans. But I want to let you know while you up here, there are some that's like me, that understands. You see it that way. You see a lot of this. Like
Hmm.
people don't really care, and that's why one of my goals. I call it fighting a good fight. It's
Yeah.
building the sport up. It's giving y'all just do. It's highlighting what makes Brian Norman Brian Norman. Like I said, you ain't just
Hmm.
wake up and I'm WBO champion. Put in some
Yeah.
real work. You had a chance to see people switch up on you. You had a tough performance. You got dropped. Like you went through it. These experiences is only shaping you to just be the best champion that you could possibly be. And you want all this.
Hmm.
And that's why the people are gonna support you. Like over here, we genuinely rock with you. People was glad that I could get you back on here, and I appreciate you reaching
Hmm.
back out to come highlight and let us know how's it feel to be the new champ. And it ain't even over. You just getting started, bro. You
Big
23, you
time.
just getting started.
Yeah, big
Just
time.
getting
But let me say this from the whole boxing community. We
Talk to me.
appreciate people like y'all.
All right.
The real fans that actually love boxing, not,
We do.
just the just the clout of boxing, the way
Right.
boxing look and stuff like
Right.
that. I see a
Right.
lot of fighters who real deal don't work hard, but go to their Instagram page, you'll think they're the hardest worker ever. So
Right.
I
Right.
love people that actually love the actual sport of boxing. Like, dang, that's a good jab. People don't care
Right.
about jabs
Right.
because jabs don't
Right.
knock people out unless you got a
Right.
great jab. People love those hooks and knockouts and
Right.
stuff like that. People
Right.
don't care about head movement.
Right.
They want to see somebody get a hole punch in their chest.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
cool. Of course, I
For
want to
sure.
punch a hole in somebody's chest, but I still got to work around that. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm gonna punch a hole in their chest eventually. I
right,
can't do it around one. I gotta
right.
break them down first. I gotta go to the body first. I
For
gotta do
sure.
this. I gotta do that. I gotta make sure they legs
Absolutely.
tied. You know, it's a science to everything that we do. So it's the same thing with life. You can't just go out here and just go through the front door. No,
Right.
go through the window. Knock on the door. Greet yourself. No matter what, the main goal is to get in the house. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So
On the way in there. For
now
sure.
find out how to do it in the best way possible, most
For
finesse
sure.
way possible.
For sure. Man, you like I said, you got a great head on your shoulders, man. You very aware. You get it. You get it. And just know, like I
Mhm.
said, you know it's a dirty game. Some people that don't care, but it's definitely some people like me that's gonna do whatever we could to like build this sport up and make sure that we highlight what makes y'all special. You know what I'm saying? What y'all do not
Mhm.
easy. I get more and more game as I go along. I talk to from fighters, you talk to trainers, different people. And like I said, man, you got guys out here fighting and not even getting paid. And you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the sacrifices that y'all make to get to where y'all at, all the sacrifice and training just for one night's of work. You get what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
I gotta be able to appreciate that. Like y'all
Yeah.
dedicated. And that's why I called you a champ before you was a champ. You live that lifestyle,
I
you
appreciate
dedicated,
that. Yeah.
right? You focus and look, I wasn't wrong. And he just getting started. This is not over. I wasn't wrong. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I love being
And
right about stuff like this. I love to see people win. And shout out to your pops for me, man. Tell Sing
yeah.
out there, JUSDUE sends his respects, man. Mike
But
Ron, what you do, family?
real quick, I just want to add this as well. What you were just
Mm-hmm,
saying, how you were calling me a champion before I was even a champion.
mm-hmm.
If you go to somebody else or whatever, let's say I'm fighting Floyd Mayweather in his prime. They'll say I'm a
Right.
nobody. But what you
Mm-hmm.
don't know is at one point everybody was a nobody. It's all about working your
Sure.
way up. So
Sure.
um stop looking at for the names, actually look at the skills. The dude
That's
Crawford
right.
just fought. You get what
Right.
I'm saying? That was a whole champion, but people with a whole amateur background to the maximum capacity. But people saying, forget all of that. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody. He this, down the third, because he ain't got no name. Forget the
Mm-hmm.
name.
Forget
Look
the
at
name.
the actual fighter. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at
Right.
not even just them as a fighter. Look at their mind. What are they fighting
Right.
for? He got a whole country behind him. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't
Do.
just fighting for himself. If you just fighting for yourself, you can only go so far. But if you got a lot behind you, you just don't know how. You don't know how far you can take it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mhm.
That's why I love having. I don't really like even calling these interviews. They're builds. Like we building. You're having a
Mhm.
conversation with a very intelligent boxer that studies the game and really get it. And that's why I say, man, your authenticity is going to shine through, and it's always going to be an avenue of support for you because people love
Mhm.
authentic individuals, real fighters, not duck and smoke, are talented, ain't scared to take the challenge, struggle in front of the people and get better, admit to faults, correct the mistakes, and
Mhm.
just keep growing. And that's what you on, man. And like I keep highlighting, you only 23, bro. So you got a long way. We gonna
Yeah.
enjoy this, man. We gonna enjoy this, man. Y'all show some love to the champ. Shout him out, man. I appreciate your time. I don't want to keep you here too much longer, but just know, me, the whole JUSDUE family, everybody in the chat, we rocking with you.
Mhm.
We're gonna stay
I-
tuned. Don't be a stranger to the channel. Um,
yeah.
if you get them any news, if you getting back in the ring, don't be shy. Let us know. We definitely be tuning in, making sure we can support you every way possible. And
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
always, man, and like always, before you get out of here, let the good people know where they could follow you at.
Real quick before I even do that, I just want to say I
Oh,
appreciate y'all. I appreciate
always,
the whole real
always,
deal solid fan base that you got going on over here. I
always.
love the love and support that y'all give. And like you just said, anytime I get something, I definitely be coming back over here just to
Uh,
spread the word. But
appreciate that.
you can follow me on Instagram at officialb.norman. Starting to post just a little bit more. I'm trying to get out there. One
Mm.
day I'm gonna be a movie star. That's all I'm gonna say. And don't be
Talk to him.
surprised. Don't be surprised if you see me in these magazines posted up with a watch on. Get the
Hmm.
side, get the side profile, boy. Get the side profile.
Talk to him, man. Talk to him. We gonna be checking
Yeah.
for it, man. And we know
Yeah.
sky's the limit for you, truly. You know what I mean? We work ethic. Shout out to you, your dad, your entire team. Y'all got something good going on. Just keep cooking, keep winning. Like I said, we behind you 1,000,000%, bro.
I appreciate that, boss man.
Always, always,
All
man.
right.
So look, man, y'all be in touch. We gonna be checking for you, and we look forward to seeing you back in the ring sooner than later for sure.
Got you, boss man. You know we working.
All right, man. So look, it's been good talking to you. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. You know, St. Pops, my respect, man. Like I said, to the next one, we gonna be checking for you.
Got you, boss man. All right.
All right, peace. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me catch the guys that supported in the super chat. Much love to my guys, Tough Glove Boxing. Salute the JUSDUE fam in the chat. Just putting some melanin in the chat. I appreciate you as always, my good brother, man. A1 Hoop Zone. Shout out to Dude. Brian Norman pulling up for the dope bill. Tell Brian Norman. That sparring he did with Keon, brother, had me in tears when he hit with that body shot. Damn, my bad. I should have read that while he was here. Pardon me, A1. And tell you, Mo, for sure, wishing bro the best, man. We definitely rocking with him the whole way, man. It's good to see a young fighter with the ability to self-reflect on his flaws. Salute. Going to need him to KOT if he come for your belt. I told him that too, man. I appreciate him. Just a good kid, good energy, good young man, should I say. Shout out to his dad, man. I genuinely enjoyed seeing that moment that they shared together after capturing that title, you know, just looking, you know, phenomenal, man. He genuinely was happy for his son, man. And I know all that hard work paid off. People was doubting him, writing him off, you know, switching sides. We rocked with him the whole way. And I'm glad I was on record saying he was going to have a breakout performance, and he did it, man. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. and everybody in the chat that continues to support the grind. Shout out to Tough Glove Boxing, my guy A1 Hoop Zone. Hold on, man. Pardon me. My guy, Big Dre. Aisha, always supporting the grind and cash out. Much love and appreciation.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your JUSDUE.
Salute to the queens.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your JUSDUE.
Lisa Smith, peace to the queen. ETB was good with the A1 hoops on. Yeah, I got 6 eyes to miss the messages. I seen it, bro, but you know, my bad. I was trying to make sure I ain't miss nothing. I ain't forget nothing. But I appreciate all y'all. Another dope build in the books, man. I rock with him, man, and I'm glad he, you know, when you reach out to him, he reached back just like a real one. You know what I'm saying? Caz Sports, Signature Sounds, Old Money Swag. Salute to everybody. Swan Blood. Much love to everybody. Das team. Norman, yeah, waiting on that TL, man. Shout out to Aisha, always supporting the grind. Miss Joette, Reef, Brandon House. Who else? B-Dog. Shout out to all y'all, man. This was a good one, man. And, you know, I thought y'all would enjoy that. Like I said, I got some more stuff that I'm working on, too. I don't want to, like, throw it out there until I get the dates with these others. A couple more fighters I'm looking to bring up here and build with as well. So, again, shout out to B. Norman and everybody in the chat. It's been a good one, man. A little something for y'all on a good Friday to build on, man. So I was just trying to move it later. It's a good young man, yeah, for sure. And you know what? I meant to play this while he was here too, man. I meant to play this. I know I was gonna forget something. I meant to play this clip while he was here, but I'll play it while we closing up. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate the support. Let's keep building, y'all.
Plain and simple. You get what I'm saying? You see what he did to Alexis Rocha. You feel me? He earned his spot, so I got to earn mine. He did his thing. Time for me to do mine.
Giovanni, does that come into play? Does that stick with you that you are the WBO #1 ranked, or is it just business as usual?
Business as usual, man. But I've had to earn, like he mentioned, my spot. So it took me a lot of hard work, a lot of years to get here, and I'm planning on staying here.
To my baby girl, the queen is just. Shout out to A1. Appreciate all y'all.
Oh my! I mean, how the young man from Atlanta,
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man JUSDUE shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's JUSDUE. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.